Greetings. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're considering buying this funky looking USB charging device. As is often the case, I received this product free for the purpose of review, but despite that, I'm going to be completely candid about it because I shop on Amazon the same way you do, and I certainly don't want to be surprised by what shows up in the mail. So the first thing to consider, I prefer to start out, let's make sure that we keep price point in mind here. There are so many chargers on the market that you gotta do functionality versus cost. But let's pan down and kind of take a look at this one, and you can be the judge of whatever. This is in its alternate green configuration, which take it or leave it. The blocks are intended to sort of stand your phone up in. Which I've noted that there's a vast difference between these various interstices. I can fit my phone nicely into that one because this is about 0.58 inches wide. These are more or less exactly half an inch wide. So just make sure that if your phone has a bulky cover as mine does, that it's actually going to fit. If it's the intent that if it's your intent to use it for that purpose. This particular groove is actually wider than the others at about 0.6 inches. So again, there's a lot of variation, sort of. So along with this, you also get some Velcro strips for bundling up your wires underneath in this area. So the intent is that you will use these 4 ports and then neatly bundle up your cords in this area, which this is also Velcro. So if you Velcro up your cords, you can also stick them to the inside, which means that you have a pretty good chance of making sure that everything's nice and neat and tidy. So the thing that remains in question for me is it going to provide the desired output? So I have an iPad here that wants 2 amps charging. Let's plug it in and see what happens. I haven't done this yet, so I have no idea what the result is going to be. But let's see if we get what we expect. And on the meter, you see a 2.06 amps. So it's aesthetic and handy. Also, it also works, which is a good start. But let's also plug in an iPhone and see what that does to the output to the iPad. And there's no change, and the iPhone is charging. So I have to say that it performs at least as well as I would expect, and it has the attribute that it also allows you to kind of very neatly store everything. So I have no real concerns. Other stuff in the box, you get a pair of very short micro USB cables, and that's about it. Of course, you have the alternate, the other alternate colored covers. So, from my perspective, I mean, the purpose of this unit is to not only charge but to organize, and I think it does that pretty well. They've thought this through pretty thoroughly. I'm not sure that I'm personally going to switch over to it just because the aesthetics are somewhat bizarre. It looks more like something you'd find in Minecraft than something that I'd want to have kicking around the house. But it's definitely interesting for those who want more of a high control environment. You could very easily sort of get the cords going the way you wanted them to and have them convenient and organized and tidy anytime you wanted to. So it's an interesting take on things. I'm amused to see if this is the direction that the chargers go, since we have such a glut in the market. But anyway, I'm babbling, so I hope that's helpful. If it's not, leave me a comment. Let me know what it is that I should be telling you that I'm not. And until next time, happy shopping.